Hey, IN4MATION!
What do you want to know? We've got the
IN4MATION! Hey, IN4MATION! Today we will be talking about our school stories, core memory edition. And for the first time ever, we have our fourth member of our podcast, Miss Angaiak! Okay, Miss Angaiak, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Miss Angaiak. Some people know me as Natalie because I've been a para here. And now I'm a student teacher because I want to teach English. And yeah.
Has anyone ever called you Natalie Nunn?
Gosh, do not start me on that. I don't even know what to say to that, so I just accept it even though it is awkward sometimes.
Right. Okay. So today we will be talking about school stories. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
When I was in kindergarten, I lost my favorite toy on the playground. And I was so sad because I was playing with my friends and then her little sister came. And she threw my pink zebra Littlest Pet Shop across the playground, and I've never found it ever since. And I've always been heartbroken because of that.
Was this Happy Valley?
Maybe she took it.
Do you think she stole it from you?
Honestly, I have a theory. I have a theory. My theory is that she threw it and then this other girl found it. And I confronted that other girl and I think she lied to me. But I don't know.
Oh.
Cause I heard this other kid say that she took it. So, I don't know, guys.
Was this in Happy Valley?
No, I didn't go to Happy Valley when I was in kindergarten.
Oh, right. Okay. Got it. Who wants to go next?
I can share. My story is a little bit more of an embarrassing one. I was in the 10th grade. I went to high school in Alaska, by the way. I don't know if everyone knows that. So I'm in the 10th grade. I have the biggest crush on this dude. We'll call him Joe. That's not his real name. But I don't need people coming and finding this though. But I was like so in love with him, or I thought I was, like 10th grade brain, you know? Yeah. Yes. And we were watching a movie, and the way that my teacher had set up our assigned seating, he always sat me and this boy Joe together.
Okay.
I think he was shipping us. Yes.
Do teachers know, like, if two students are, like, kind of, like...
Oh, yes.
They purposely do it?
Well, some teachers do. I'm definitely someone, I like to know everything.
Right.
Even if it's not, like, important to technically know. I love knowing everything.
Yeah.
I've always been that person. So I'm sure he knew. I think he shipped us together and was like, I'm going to make this happen.
Right.
So we're watching a movie and the lights are off and Joe he took my pencil. And I was like, oh my God, we have to take notes. Like, we're getting graded on this. Give me my pencil back. Would not give me my pencil. So we're like fighting over it under the desk.
Ah! You won! Sorry.
And then the movie is like over, I guess, because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get my pencil back.
Right.
My teacher, he turns the lights on and he goes, Natalie and Joe are holding hands in the back of the class. Everybody look. The whole class turned and looked. It was so embarrassing, but like I think about that all the time. So like now I try not to call out kids. A little bit. So now if I notice things, I try so hard, unless I know that we're really comfortable, I try so hard to pretend like I didn't notice some things because I personally, I wanted to die. And I was like, maybe I should stop liking Joe because this teacher is just like ruining my life about it a little bit. He did that multiple times, but that was like the biggest.
Times?
Yeah, I mean he like.
Joe.
What timeout? No.
Not.
No, he did it like he always was having us sit together, and he'd always be like, "Everyone, look at Natalie and Joe." Yeah. Natalie and Joe were never a thing, and Joe kind of ended up being a horrible person in the end. It's crazy. Dodged a bullet there. I know. Crazy. Does anyone else have a story they want to share?
I can.
Okay.
Do not judge. This story, I don't know. Okay, so I lived in Vietnam for like the first 5 years of my life. I went to this little preschool. It was really small, but basically there are like vendors outside of the preschool, and they like sell like chips and stuff like during like lunch and etc. You know, so I'm like, lunchtime, I'm gonna go get food. Mom, can I have like money for chips or whatever? I don't know. It was like off-brand, like, what is called pirate booty, where it's like the popcorn-ish, but it's not popcorn. I don't know what it is.
They're like chips, fluffy chips, crunchy, fluffy.
Yes. So I remember this so vividly. I go to the guy and I buy chips from him. He gives me my change. I go back, give the change to my mother, and I sit the chips down. I go to the bathroom. I come back. There's a girl eating my chips. And I am peeved. I'm starving. I'm ravenous. And there's a girl munching on my chips. And so I go up to her, and her mother is like, "Hey, honey, it was so nice that, like, you volunteered to give, what's her name? Actually, no, I can't name names. I don't know. What? Sally. Yes, in a Vietnamese rural community, Sally. Yeah, so it's so nice that you gave Sally your chips for like a little bit or whatever. And I was like, I never did that. And her mother was like, what? And I said, your child stole my chips, basically. I was like, she took my chips without asking. And she's like, oh, well, hun, sharing is caring, da-da-da. And it was like, no, literally stealing is stealing. So I clocked this mother and her child, and I said, spit it out. And I was pissed. My mother was like, hun, it's not that serious. It's fine. I'll go get you. And I was like, no, spit it out. And I got so pissed. No, literally. I was glaring at this other little girl, and she was like terrified. And she started regurgitating the chips.
Ew.
Yeah. So once she did, I I grabbed my chips back and I said, "Thank you," and I like walked away.
You taught her that actions have consequences.
Exactly. Because
Something her mother couldn't teach her.
no, exactly. Because why is her mother supporting her stealing my chips?
Well, I'm glad you called them out, but I can't believe that she like spat it.
No, like she full on regurgitated. I think it was like I was I could see why she did it. I looked really pissed. And
You were hangry.
no, I was so hangry because that day my mother I think she forgot to give me breakfast that day, and she was like, "Okay, hun, I'll get you the snack at lunch, you know, because it's like a little extra." And I was just like, this girl is stealing my chips and I am starving and I will get her. And basically I just like spit it out.
Wait, Jackie. Would you say that you're ravenous?
Yes.
Speaking of ravenous, Rania, do you remember when you forgot to bring your fork to eat with your salad?
Yes.
Do you want to give us a little update on your salad situation?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I have a salad right now, and I just finished it, and I also have a fork.
Let's go.
Okay, Rania, do you have a story to share?
No,
Not a single story?
I don't know. It's just I don't have like a really interesting story.
It doesn't have to be interesting. It could just be like entertaining, funny, silly. YOLO.
Yo, one time, no.
No, literally just go for
I
it.
was gonna script miraculous, but I'm not gonna do
An Indigenous story for Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
Kind of a sadder one.
Okay, no.
It's like a real life event that happened to me in
Yeah.
high school that kind of shaped
The
who I
person you
am.
are.
Yeah. And
Okay.
like why I'm proud of my culture now.
Yes, go
Yeah.
for it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm an Indigenous woman. I'm from Alaska. My tribe is called Yupik. That means like the original people. That's what it translates to. And there's always a stigma. I'm sure this room is full of BIPOC people. There's a stigma against dating BIPOC sometimes. Like if it's unfamiliar, some people don't feel comfortable with the unknown. And so I feel like that happened to me in high school. Another dating story, another failed dating story by me. Here we go. I had a smaller crush. My crush wasn't as big as the one I had on with Joe. I had a smaller crush on someone else when I was older. I think I was a junior or a senior at that time. And I have a hard time confronting people and sharing my feelings. And the one time I finally was like, yes, I know, it's terrifying. The one time I finally was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell this kid that I have a crush on him and that I would like to go on a date. And I did that, and he was like, I don't want to date you because you're Native. Yeah, that's still, I think about that every month. Like, this is Indigenous Peoples Month, and so my friends are all tired of me because I keep doing this joke where I'm like, this is my month, y'all. You gotta celebrate me. But I'm also half not joking because that's how people used to talk to me. Yes. And so that just shaped who I am, and so that's why I'm always like rooting for anyone who's BIPOC and who feels uncomfortable. And I'm just like, I want people to feel safe and feel seen and heard, and because I don't feel like I had that support in high school, and I really wish I did.
I already don't think that, dude.
Yeah, well, I know. In hindsight, like, I remember being so heartbroken, and then a couple weeks later, I was like, actually, no, thank you so much for not wasting my time and, like, letting me know, like, up front the kind of person you are, because I'm not trying to be around anybody like that, right? Yes. Yeah.
I have a confession that was, like, what is it called? Like, a confession that was not supposed to be heard.
Oh,
okay, so in my freshman year of high school, I was in biology.
Oh, God.
So basically, me and my friend, we were just like, oh, sorry. So me and my friend, we basically became close because of the Queen of England dying. Like, basically, we became really close. So I just like told her a bunch of like my stuff because that's what friends do. We're still friends, but basically one day I was just like yapping to her about the guy that I liked in the class, and he sat like,
so
okay,
dangerous. That's so brave of you.
yeah. So I just like, I couldn't hold it apparently. So he like answered a question.
Oh no.
Like in the he sits near the front, so I thought I was safe. So like,
you heard your voice. You carry. Your voice carries. Just naturally. I don't say that as a bad thing.
no, yeah. But like, I sit in the back with her, and basically he's like answering a question, and like the class is like discussing something about like his answer or whatever. Love you, Miss Ross. Thank you for those lovely discussions. But basically, so they're all yapping. I was like, oh my God, he's so smart. And he hears it! Like, okay, the classroom goes silent. Like, they go silent, and I say, oh my God, he's so smart.
You're just fangirling in the back of the class.
Yes! And they clocked me. Dead silent. Miss Ross, I think, just moves on to the next question to avoid awkwardness, and I'm like, oh, so I'm gonna jump out of this window right now. Oh, yeah.
Well, did anything happen after that?
No, oh my God. It actually, like, strained our, like, friendship or, like, relationship.
Oh.
Like, not with my friend, the guy that I like, yeah. But, like, afterwards, okay, we used to do this thing where we, like, looked back and forth and, like, glared at each other because, like, silly, haha, funny.
A little inside joke.
Yes,
Yeah.
because, I called him racist a lot in 8th grade.
How romantic.
But...
Wait,
Stop!
Oh my God.
Okay, but basically...
I remember this.
You don't need to
Do I know
trust.
about this? Okay.
I think you might have, but I think you might have forgot. But basically, I just like, yeah, right? And so that basically got ruined, and he like stopped looking at me entirely. But like, he gave me such mixed signals because I couldn't tell if he hated me or he just like wanted to avoid me after that. But like, that experience also kind of shaped me in a way because it's like, has an experience ever made you think, like, am I not, like, lovable?
Yeah,
You know?
it's so hard. It's hard to be vulnerable, and it's hard to trust yourself because, of me personally, I have a hard time trusting others just because of those, like, past experiences. But I also feel like it shapes you to be a stronger and more smarter person. Like, now you think things through a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying that's bad that you blurt things out,
Yeah.
but now it's like you take time and you know yourself a little bit more, and that's always important.
Right.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
It's so hard, and that journey is going to continue. Like, you all look at us teachers as like adults and stuff. Some of us are going through the same things that you guys are going through, and that's just. Sometimes I hear you guys talk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, But I'm also like, you need to learn for yourself. But I also want to like. Let me help you.
Exactly.
Let me
Exactly.
be you. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other stories?
I feel like that was a good note to end the episode, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we accidentally started talking about just dating, I guess. Look at us. Look at us. Awkward dating stories.
Okay. Well, that's it, IN4MATION. Bye!